welcome. I'm Dr. Shiwei Wang, Chair and Professor of Computer Science at NEIU. I also serve as the Chair of the Faculty Senate and Faculty Assembly of the university. It's wonderful to see all of you here today for our annual NETT Day event. This is a signature event of the College of Business and Technology and the Department of Computer Science. Now, let me ask you the question. Do you all know what NETT actually stands for? It's NEIU Empowerment Through Technology. Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody knows what that one is. So 16 years ago, okay, Department of Computer Science and the College of Business came together to create this NETT Day. That's in 2010. This one-day event reflects our long tradition of bringing together people from industry and academia to share insights on how technology can empower and support people. It also lays the foundation of today's College of Business and Technology. Now, with the rapid rise of artificial intelligence, I know we're talking about AI. Everybody's talking about AI today, right? And we know that AI is already part of our life. But I want to say it doesn't really matter if you used AI or not. We know AI is already making significant impact on everybody's life. So that's why this year our sessions focus on technology and AI and their transformative power in business, okay? Now, without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Cezar Tondini, founder and board advisor at TradeC. Cezar is a global business leader with 15 plus years of international experience in data analytics, research, and innovation ecosystems. He is skilled in go-to-market execution, supplier negotiations, compliance, and market expansion. He has a proven track record of transforming data into strategies that drive revenue growth, cost savings, and stronger market positioning. Today, he will speak on shaping business through technology, what AI Singularity means for the future. Now let's welcome Cezar. The floor is yours.
Good morning, pessoal. So, I have just one question before we start. What do you guys understand or think about the word singularity? I would like to hear any answer. Doesn't matter, don't need to be like AI. Big Bang. Focus. Okay, in AI singularity. That's tough, no? How AI singularity can work at the same time could be the same thing. So today we are going to talk about actually two different books which was wrote by the same person. The first one was 2005, 20 years ago, and the second one was wrote last year. He was talking exactly about AI, how AI could shape our day-to-day business, everything in our lives, but he wrote this book 20 years ago. And he wrote another one last year, how AI will shape our business, our day-to-day, everything around us for the next 20 years. You're going to talk basically one of the best friends of Bill Gates. Okay. It's working?
Hold on. Try now. There we go.
Yeah. So I think in the introduction about who am I? I'm from Brazil, living here in Chicago for the last 4 years to build a new company in supply chain. We started this company to provide data for international traders to find new suppliers and customers worldwide. I'll talk more about the company in the end of my presentation. And one of the big deals that we had most recently, we sold this technology for the Brazilian Chamber and U.S. commercial servicing to do business between Brazil and U.S. Even with all those things that is happening right now, tariffs and sanctions and the whole thing that everyone knows, there's a big market over there. For example, my first time that I made a deal outside of Brazil was 11 years ago. I'm not too young. I would. 11 years ago, it was a scrap trade, scrap metals trade. So Brazil import aluminum scrap from Canada. It was my first deal. And then I started to do business international, worldwide, and more than 7 countries, help different companies. In my resume, I think I have like more than 200 companies worldwide that I've been helping for the last 15 years as a consultant. And I took this step to build my own company, my own technology company in the last 4 years, because as I moved to Chicago. And I'm from Brazil, but I don't like soccer, so I know this is tough. I like more motorcycles and motorsports, unfortunately. About AI Singularity, we are going to talk about this today, but I think we can jump to those books that I told you guys. Can I take this off?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's better. I'm not gonna. Do you guys know samba? It's like a specific song from Brazil that people dance a lot. So as Brazilian, I don't like to stand up in just one place. I like to move it up. Okay. The first book was wrote in 2005. The idea of this book was how AI can be present in our day-to-day.
You're amazing.
How AI will help, technology in general, not just AI, could help us in our day-to-day about everything that we do, not just as a person, but also as a business. And I have just one question. Who does not use AI? Raise your hand. You? Okay. I have a question for you. Do you have phone? No, the other guy. Do you have phone? Okay. What kind of phone? Do you have a Apple? Android? Okay. Do you have email? Okay. When you have access, for example, in your email, there is any AI there asking about anything for you anytime? Sometimes. Yeah. Take a look. AI, even if we are not currently using AI, remember, AI is not ChatGPT only. AI is about everything that we do in our business, in our personal life. For example, if you have our email, sometimes they have like Gemini, they have our Google. Do you wanna take a look our resume of all the emails that you received today? And then it give you like a short information about all the emails that you received in the whole day. This is AI working for you. If you're gonna, probably most part of you guys are students, you guys already have your resume. You already made your resume. Do you wrote your resume, or did you ask for ChatGPT or Copilot to help you guys? There's a lot of AIs that helps to build our resume. This presentation, I use AI to help me. Not the books, because that books already wrote these books, but the presentation in general, I asked AI to help me to improve and better provide a short information, very straightforward about AI Singularity, how can we use and what exactly that means for us in the future. So AI is very present nowadays, day-to-day, hour, minutes, seconds in our life for everything. Everything that we do, there is an AI work for us. Even if we are not directly working with a specific AI, there's something behind of an app, email, phone, everything. If you go, for example, in your phone, Android, and take a look, how many hours did you waste in, I don't know, social media in the last week? AI makes some math to show you how can it also save more time, not expend more time in social media. So AI is very present nowadays about everything that we do. And this book was this book was 2005. He wrote this book. Ray, I'm not gonna tell that. Kurzweil, I don't, I think something like that. He wrote this book, and he told basically like the main goal of this book is in 20 years, everyone will use AI in their lives. It was wrote 20 years ago. We don't even thought about AI 20 years ago. We have some ideas. There's a few projects coming. Was 20 years ago, but now it's very present about everything that we do. And last year, he wrote this one. And this one, title is When We Merge with AI. So here, we are gonna use AI, but the AI just work as a human touch. So a human needs to go there and create something, algorithms, insight, input, development, software engineers, about everything. This is AI need a human touch. This one is when we merge with AI, that means the singularity is gonna work. How this is gonna work? AI will work alone. Who knows about Skynet? Raise your hand. Skynet, do you guys know? Exterminator? How? Terminator. Take a look at this. Watch this movie. It's an 80 movie. I'm not gonna talk about my age, but yeah, it's a old movie. So Skynet is like an AI that take over about the humanity, and they explode the whole, like worldwide, and they make the humans as slavers or something like that. We need to kill all the humans worldwide. So this story is almost something like that, but it's not the case here that Ray told about AI. AI, when we merge humanity with the AI, that means we can still have the control, but we can let the AI go and do their business or their job alone. So, for example, I'm gonna show you guys a few examples. When I talk about that with some people, for example, my mom, if I say to her, hey mom, in the future we are gonna have like cars, which you already have, driving with no drive, just like alone, picking you up and drop off you in a different place. If you go to, I was in Austin 2 weeks ago, and they have like the Uber that you take in 20 minutes here, and you don't have a driver. My mom, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna use, Mom, we already have this AI, this solution worldwide. We are moving forward. And I was talking to the guy that just introduced me here, I forgot his name. Humanity, we always adapt ourselves as the world move forward, as the scenario move in a different way. So imagine the humanity, the history 100 years ago. What do you guys think about Chicago? How was Chicago 100 years ago?
Thank you.
Maybe Brazil was pretty. So I'm gonna show you guys what we expect when you talk about singularity and the people think about robot. A human body with parts of robot controlling the humans. Do you know how I built this image? I put in the Pixelverse. It's a website that you can type everything, and then they made the prompt and create an image or videos for you. And I put there, how would be AI merging with humanity in the next 20 years. And the AI gave me this image. Just a few thoughts, a few inputs. Okay, before I talk about the future, we need to understand how was the world 100 years ago. This is General Motors manufacturer, 100 years ago. 60 years ago. A little different, no? And this is now. Sound. Just make sure.
Play it again.
Well, it's finally happening. The robots. They're coming.
Hi, Avery.
Maybe that's a good thing.
She said what? She said what? What? I was ready like a full 20 minutes before you. What are you talking about?
We are now connected to our plans.
It drives better than you do, babe.
He does. Bye, robot.
You guys know that? Yes. That's fine.
Turn it on and off.
You guys? Yeah. Okay.
Turn it on.
You guys saw, I told you about, I was in Austin 2 weeks ago. I was in Austin 2 weeks ago, and then I told my wife, I need to take a ride with this car, just to see this, like, to feel the sensation, how it is, take a seat in the car, get in the car, and no drive. Just a car alone. Of course, AI working. So this was 100 years of evolution just for the car. Something that everyone knows, even a child, old people, doesn't matter the age, everyone knows what exactly is a car. I just showed to you guys 100 years ago how was the car and how is the car today. How we expect from the humanity to move forward for the next couple of years. So we adapt ourselves. For example, take a look at the car. How was the car before? How we drive it? How we drove the cars before, like 50 years ago? Clutch, shifting, taking care of all the, like using both feet, both hands to drive. How we drive today? One hand, another hand, what do we have? Phone. And sometimes we have to use to accelerate our brake. Yeah? So if we talk with someone who has 19 or 20 years old here, have you ever drove a car with clutch? I took my license. Oh my God, 20 years ago. That's true. 20 years ago, and the car was a clutch. And now I'm driving just automatic cars. So I adapt myself, of course, because it's better. You know? The cars now, for example, they are hybrid. What exactly is hybrid? We can compensate electricity, EV, electricity with gas. But also we have just EV cars. And there's a few projects worldwide about using hydrogen instead of gas or EV. So we adapt ourselves. But when you take a look using AI or technology, innovation, shape the business and manufacture companies, everything using AI technology to help us to improve and make better our lives, it's a lot of benefits that we can have. For example, in a business company, that we need to have multiple drivers, or sometimes multiple people to do different tasks we have today. For example, analytic people that works in the financial institution or financial environment, they need to have a lot of people before to work in analytic so many data from different sources. Now we have just AI doing the business to them and providing some Power BI analytical reports. They just need to read and take the decision if they're going to invest, take the money off, or do whatever they want with the money or investment. And AI is currently working with them day to day. Another example, there's someone here who works with HR. No? Okay. I already asked, so I know there's a few people here who already have your resume and use AI to help you to build your resume to better adapt in this position that, for example, you guys are applying for. But at the same time, we have another guy using AI to qualify the resume that you guys sent to them. So we already have what Ray told us in the first book. AI is gonna work for us. So we still have people to input a human touch, but when you take the people outside of this picture, which I just typed in this AI and give me this picture, I just typed there, hey, I want to see like a AI war between HR and candidates, and they gave me this picture. If you take a look and take those two guys off of this picture, you have just AI working. AI validating candidates. AI working with the resume. So this is already happening. The AI is working between them. Imagine like robots doing the same thing. A lot of people say, in the future, AI is not gonna help. You're gonna lose your jobs. We were talking about that earlier today. But at the same time, we have more opportunity and new positions. Who know the position software engineer? Have you ever guys heard about this position, this job, software engineer? Okay, 50 years ago, this was a job. Front full stack developer. This was a job 50 years ago. We had marketing analytics degree 50 years ago. So if you take a look in the history, see nowadays and understand what is going to happen in the future, maybe the technology will advance and improve our lives, our business, but at the same time we improve also, build new positions. That, for example, there's a lot of companies, they don't survive without a software engineer, a full stack developer, UI, UX, all this language that you guys know. Most part of you guys there probably know about these positions and jobs that is open today, and most part of the companies, they need to have these people to work. Sales, very simple in the name, but it's very hard. But the people that work with sales, they need to have the ability to talk with people, to understand the customer relationship, customer manager, and the whole thing, but also they need to understand about technology because they need to use a software to input their information in the CRM. That means a software that they are currently using just for a sales development. So as we move forward, technology move forward, improve, we have new positions. Now probably, not probably, we already have this, new positions just about AI. So software engineer focus on AI. Bachelor in AI, why not? Master, we already have a few universities already that title I saw is Business Analytics Focus on AI. How to use AI and shape your business. Analytic information using just AI. So it's not just take the data and provide us some reports. How can we use and improve our process using AI? Another example I'll give you guys about, this is just an image that represented everything that we were talking here. In the hospital, we already have a robot doing surgeries. Do you guys know that? And they are better than us. They have 8 arms. Literally, they like 8 arms working, 2 people, just 2 doctors, and they do the surgery. Of course, if there is a small, simple surgery for now, but imagine the future. And 1 doctor just supervising, and just 1 doctor controlling 8 arms of the robot. And there's another technology they're currently testing in Europe and US, I think Harvard, is a 3-dimensional image of the brain during the surgery. So imagine a VR for surgery. So we need to have those doctors be trained to understand and how to work with those technology. So the doctor in the future, they don't need to know just the body, but also need to understand also the technology. This is just one example about, again, how we improve and how this is better for us, not just about the environmental, but also how the technology improved and is so much better in just 100 years. Of course, in this picture, probably like 50, 60 years, how we improved just a car. I'm using the car because it's a very simple example that everyone will understand and see how this have improved the last couple of years. As I say, I really like motorsport, so the first one is better for me. I'm kidding. So the next step of my presentation, I asked to AI, hey, can you build a picture about what exactly, again, AI, Singularity, in the business world, how it will be in the next 20 years. And the AI gave me this picture. Sounds like a very future something, but if you take a look, there's a few things here we are already using. For example, in the left building, graphics and analytic information in the financial ecosystem. Most part of the financial companies today, they are already using AI in all their analytic data. So just to give you an example, CME, do you guys know? Chicago Marketing Exchange, one of the oldest market exchange in the world, based in Chicago. They are currently using AI to predict the price of commodities in agriculture. So how will be the price of corn in 10 years? Of course, there's a lot of things around, out of the marketing, worldwide, geopolitical, and the whole thing, but how it will be in 20 years, 10 years. Based on data. Based on the whole thing that is happening right now. Not just about corn, Cesar, but I don't like corn. Okay, but do you guys know sugar? Most part of the sugar here in the US is not sugar cane, it's sugar from corn. Corn. It's a corn sugar. Coffee. Who doesn't like coffee here? Oh my God.
One person.
Matcha. No, neither? Okay, milk. Tea. There's Bridgie here? Okay. So all those things, milk, tea, coffee, corn, they are commodities. The price is very standard worldwide. So there's a price defined by the minute to minute. And most part of the commodities today, meat, they are established by, not established, but of course there's a final approval by humans. But the prediction and how this price is going to work, the index price is going to work for the next couple of days, hours, minutes, years, is predicted by AI. They are going to be using this in their contracts with agricultural companies worldwide to define their contracts and work with these future options. Just one example. So this is one example, but there's another one, as I have been working in the supply chain in the 11 years. When you import or export something out of the United States or other country, you can predict how much you're gonna pay even if the exchange fluctuate in the next couple of days, and how much is it gonna cost in shipment or insurance or quality assistance, or even predict the time that we arrive at your door. Of course, we have this, for example, in Amazon, but imagine this in a vessel from Vietnam. There's a lot of things out of the control that we need to predict based on the line that you're gonna cross worldwide. So we already have a lot of things going on, but we still need to have the human touch to work and having this information very accurate to make the decision. As I say, a lot of opportunities open as we move forward and the technology improve, but also we have a risk and challenges. So for example here, a few risks: job displacement and workforce adaptation, which we just discussed. Data privacy and algorithmic bias. Data privacy is one thing that I would like to ask if you guys trust or know. Do we have privacy today? Yes? Yes. Okay, raise your hand who say yes.
What was the question?
One person say yes. Raise our hand. 2, 3. Who say no? We don't have privacy. Okay. Question. Why not? Why do you not have privacy?
On this computer.
Okay.
Please scan.
Is it spread? It's private. This is pretty new because this is my wife gift, so I never use this thing here. And he just heard, do you want to know about privacy? It's just joking. Yeah. So privacy is probably one of the diamond gold thing that we will have in the future years, because it's very difficult to have this privacy. Of course, we have this option, as you say, but how can we control? Just one example. Have you guys ever in your life, did you read the whole terms and use? At least once. So do you guys just accept? Let it go. Frozen, let it go, let it go. Let's see what happens. And then you sign a contract with the bank, you purchase a house, You have a new phone from T-Mobile, and the next day AT&T call you, hey, do you want to move your phone to AT&T? We have a better price. We're going to give you an iPhone 17. How? Oh, okay.
So like, I was trying to pay for Xfinity bill, right? And then they were like, oh, you can make a deal here, and you can transfer it, not just you, but also your siblings too, and you can not worry about the bill. And I was like, oh wait, okay. But they wanted me to like do it right now, and I was like, no, I already have my thing with family, thing. So I didn't want to do that. So it was intriguing at first, but I was like, yeah, I was like, no, I'm okay. So yeah.
So yeah, this is happened with me last week actually. T-Mobile to AT&T. So if you guys take a look in the terms and terms used and privacy, there's one subject that's all. Do you want to share your information? Can we share your information, all your data, to our business partners? Just this phrase, and that's it. Just one phrase. Do you approve? If you sign this document, you accept that we can share your information to other business partners.
No.
No. And then if you don't accept, you need to call them, and the process will take too long, and then you don't have your iPhone 17 in your hand in a few minutes. It's about us. We can have privacy. What it costs. So it's up to us. We can decide. But AI is one thing that we need to understand that is improving a lot, but we need to understand how this is improving to better have this advantage in our side, not counter of us, that make bad things to our life, maybe. No, I'm not. Oops. So one thing that Ray wrote in this book in the last year is we still need to have the human factor, and we will have the human factor working together with the AI and the merged technology that we have prediction for the next 20 years, as he wrote in his book. One example that is already happening, I don't know if it was here, I don't know what is like a state, but I do know that Brazil already started to discuss this, and probably the US the same. We will start to discuss regulation, AI regulation. Probably you guys have heard in the news or something like that. So how AI regulation will be established by country, by state. Why we need to have AI regulation, and this is a good thing, because the whole history, we like to have the control. We like to have the control of all those things. You have the cell phone, you have the control of, I don't know, your bank. Of course, not 100% we have the control of the bank, but we like to have in the history that the humanity, we like to have the control of everything. And AI is taking off without any control. There's so many AI nowadays that we can use about everything. Create images, videos, I don't know, TV shows, movies, everything. Presentation, resume. I can stay here all day long and talk about all the options, AI options that we have. So in this case, regulation is who think that a regulation for AI is a good thing? Raise your hand. Okay, who thinks it's not a good deal? Why? imagine a regulation that we can just control something that will impact in your human life, so you can keep doing everything, whatever you want, but for the business, we need to control the AI. Because if we leave AI work in the business, this is already happening actually, what is gonna cost in a few years? So we need to have the balance. So it's not a bad thing, but it's not a 100% good thing. We need to have these regulations exactly to bring this balance and keep the human in control, but at the same time, we need to take advantage of this technology to help us in our day, in our business, whatever we want, but we need to be free to do whatever we want. Of course, not whatever we want, but in the most part, to bring more benefits to our lives.
Hello, everyone.
So yeah, I have one more video. Now, I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna show you guys my last two projects that we sold to the Brazilian government and US commercial services. They are doing this between both countries. So it's a data analytic platform that we provide data worldwide for importers, exporters. We're more focused on SMEs, small video companies. So the first time that we had a meeting with the Brazilian Chamber of Commerce 1.5 years ago, they told to us, hey Cesar, we don't have a visibility of who is the providers or possible customers for small medium companies in Brazil, out of Brazil. And the same thing happening with US commercial service when Trump started to put a lot of tariffs out against different countries. So when manufacturer companies was in US was, okay, now I have tariffs against, I don't know, Mexico. Where I'm gonna find a different provider instead of Mexico? Do I go to Brazil? How much is it gonna cost? How many? How much is gonna cost not just in product but also in shipment? This product is reliable, not just the product but also the provider. So our platform helps the international traders to find this information, not about just the company but also country and risk assessment and the whole process before they start to import and export. And this is the AI, pretty new. We just kicked this AI off this week actually.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isa, and I'm an AI designed to help companies navigate the international market. If you'd like to know where, who, when, and how to import or export, I'll be happy to assist.
So Isa, this is her first face and first video that we show in our platform. So if you're getting our platform, he's gonna ask you this, and then you type whatever you want, and she will provide it. Will provide. She's not a human. It will provide to you data based on country, where's the best option, companies, and then you can decide if you want to enrich this data or not. It's up to you. It's like a conversation, but we're still in the first. We are working a co-pilot right now because we are implementing the machine learning, and then I'm going to show. It's in Portuguese, but you guys can understand. It's very easy. It's basically a co-pilot. You just type or select a few information, and then in the end of that, the software will provide to you analytic data worldwide about import, export, where's the best option, what the prices you should practice in this market, because the price of corn, for example, is different here from other country. And if you are interested to import and export from this specific country, it will provide to you where's the best price, how much you will pay, for example. And the other one is almost the same, but the difference is this is still a software, and we are merging now for AI to AI. we have the concept of control. Oh my God, I forgot. Control tower. Thank you. The concept of control tower. So we have all the things that import and export at international trading need in just one software. So we don't need to hire a compliance team. Another team, they are going to talk about risk assessment. And another team, they are commercial. They are more focused on developing new customers out of the United States. In this platform, you have all this data provided in a few clicks. So once you set what exactly you are looking for, the platform, the software will provide to you the data that you need to move and navigate in the specific market that you want to work. And this is very specific for small, medium companies, because it's a friendly and a language that anyone, it's literally anyone can understand, everyone. I showed this software to my mom, and my mom doesn't speak even Portuguese well. And I told her, like, did you understand what exactly is that? Yeah, you're going to import, and this is the price. Yeah, that's it, that's the idea. Make more simple to better understand, and then doable, not just in like a software, a solution, but also in price. So this was our deal, and now we are reaching almost 7,000 customers in using this partnership with the Brazilian and US commercial services. Okay, so I'm almost done with my presentation. Then we go to Q&A. Prepare for the future. A few things that we already discussed is about, as we move forward as a technology, we move forward and we have the benefits. We need to understand that a new position, new degrees, new jobs will be open, and we need to be prepared for that. For example, one of the jobs that is a position very high to understand is cybersecurity. So I don't think we have a degree or master specifically just cybersecurity. I never. We have? Sorry. Okay, so we do. And this is the next step, because everything that we were discussing here today, we basically stop in one thing: privacy, data, privacy. And then we move forward to the manufacturer companies. They are going to say, I don't care about privacy. I care just about cost. When you go to the main floor of a manufacturer company. Or you need to have a balance, privacy and cost. How much is going to cost? Just one example was the terms and use that we signed, even without reading the whole document. So this is one thing that we need to understand about the future. How can we adapt? And cybersecurity is one of the things that we're adapting right now, as we have degree, master, and new jobs coming up, because software engineers, software developers, full stack developers, we already have a lot in not everyone, but most part of the university, they have this option as a degree. But cybersecurity is one thing that a lot of companies invest a lot of money. For example, Accenture. Do you guys know about Accenture in Chicago? I have a friend, and also I did this presentation last year in Accenture about the project, specifically about supply chain, international supply chain. And the sector, they were invest a lot of money to bring projects and customers making improvement was in cybersecurity. So this is the future about technology, AI, but why cybersecurity? Because as we move forward and we are not having control about the technology, as the technology advances, we need to have this control by cybersecurity, using cybersecurity in our side. And when we talk about cybersecurity, we're not just talk about, for example, turn off the Siri of our cell phone. It's about the data that we put out about ourselves. Just one example, everyone had in your life probably a consult with a doctor or PCP, right? Probably in your early days or recently. those doctors, they have notes about you. Did you guys ever see or saw these notes? So you have this option by law. If you ask the doctor, I want to see all my notes. There's a few hospitals, they already have this option that you can access all the notes about everything. The medicine that you took 20 years ago. If you're still at the same city or use the same insurance or same, we'll be there. To work in a specific departments in US, most part in the Army, Navy, they ask for the whole report about your health. Since you were born. I know because a friend of mine, he joined to it was Air Force 1 month ago, and he told me that they discovered about the knee problem that he had 20 years ago. So all the notes about yourself, about your health, is out there. So how can we protect this thing? Because it's our data. It's about ourselves. 50 years ago, the doctors was just writing in the paper, and if you want to take a look, you need to find your folder in a box, maybe in another hospital, was storage, I don't know where, and after 1-2 months, and then they will provide to you the documents that the doctors wrote about you. Nowadays, you can just type, and AI will provide to you a preview about all your life, health life. Just one thing to see how this, hey Cesar, but this is dangerous. Yes and no, because this helps a lot the doctor to understand what exactly is happening to you and why you have this problem. For example, I have a problem with my knee, and now I understand why I have my problem with my left shoulder. Just one example. It's not. It's true. I have a problem with my shoulder. So the technology, as we move forward, we can improve ourselves. We need to use the benefits as a person, as a business, whatever we want. We need to take these benefits, but take a look that we need also adapt. And if he is right, in 20 years, we are going to merge as AI and human being. Okay? So that was my presentation. Thanks so much, guys. Sorry for the accent, and open to Q&A. Don't ask me about soccer, please. Anyone? Question? So my favorite color is blue.
You talked about how a lot of the resumes that we submit nowadays are reviewed through AI, and we also revise them ourselves with AI. I know that a lot of people can sound good on paper to a lot of companies. What do we need to do when we get into that interview to distinguish ourselves and make ourselves stand out, so they can realize that even though everyone's resumes may look similar, we are able to distinguish ourselves from just that piece of paper and our experiences alone?
So you're asking me what could help you to have the interview?
No, because everyone is going to be able to like use AI to make their degrees better, and everyone will sound good. But what exactly? Yeah, like when you get to that interview process and you're in front of them in person, like the human touch, what do we need to do to make sure that we can show them that we're better than?
I think you already answer yourself. Human being, human touch. So this is my opinion. Cezar Tondini saying, I would like to talk with more experienced people. Hey, I'm not gonna do if I'm in front of a recruiter in my first interview, because someone more experienced will help you with a few tips that AI is not gonna help you. So okay, this is my personal opinion, but also I think the first step is be confident about the job position. So you need to know what exactly you apply for and the company. you need to know what is like the company are hiring you or selecting you, because once you move for the interview is because they already know the paper. The first interview, most part, not 100%, most part is to know who you are, not about the paper. The paper you already know. The paper, AI make the work, like already work in the paper. But I think this is a human touch. For example, we hired a 17 years old. So in Brazil, we can start at 14 as a training. So as a training part-time. I had 12 when I started. That's true. And he was really good. He is really good. 17 years old, software engineer. He built a dashboard with BI, analytic graphics and the whole thing in one day without any data. He just created. We just give them like a prompt about what exactly we want, and then they gave to us. But I just know he's good after the interview, when I interviewed him. Because in the paper, it was just, I'm on my way to have the degree, and I don't have experience, but I'm looking for a new opportunity to build my career, to start my career, and that's it. And then I asked them, why not interview him? So I think the first step is speak with someone that is more experienced, that already had a lot of interviews before, and then he will help you. And you need to know about the job position, job description, and the company. You need to know. This is a mandatory thing for the first interview. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, after. No. And after.
So we talked about how AI's taking jobs, positions away, but at the same time opening new possibility for job positions. So for example, for your business, how you're incorporating AI as your business model to help people, what are the positions within your own company that you're hiring people for to make this possible?
Okay, I will give you one very straightforward example. We reduced 20% of cost in a compliance process. So when the international traders start to find new supplier to import commodities from them, they need to hire commercial people, or they need to have a commercial someone to make the first connection or contact the supplier provider. And they need to have a compliance risk assessment team, which most part was outside of the company, consultants company. So let's say 4 or 5 people for one transaction. Reduce this in 20%. But at the same time, I have 4 developers engineer in my side, 3 people working in marketing analytics, and 1 CEO, because I'm not CEO, I'm founder, investor, board advisor, but I have 1 CEO. So just make a count. We have 8 people working from my side to provide 1 analytic report to my customer to reduce the cost, but also I have 8 people working. Was it different? I can escalate my business. This is the difference. So I adapt my business to escalate and provide a standard process, a standard product or service for many companies that they can reduce their costs, but also I'm creating business, creating solution benefits to them. But at the same time, they are not going to hire a software because they need a compliance process. They're not going to hire a software engineer to provide analytic information. So I think this is the pros and cons, but I think I'm more for pros because all the time you move forward with technology and bring to you benefits, you will create the other side. For example, data center. How many people have now need to understand about data center? There's a lot.
Yeah.
And before, I don't know, 30 years ago, how was it?
Not that many. Yeah.
Local host, just a computer inside of the company. So I think this is both ways that we can have this benefit.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like that with because everyone talks about AI is going to take tech jobs, right? But it more looking like AI is going to produce more tech jobs
More demand.
to
More
help.
demand.
Yep, cool, thank you.
Yeah. And her first, and then you. No.
So I read first book that you present, and I'm gonna read the second book. I didn't know it existed.
The second is good. The second is good.
Good. So I understand about singularity meaning AGI, right? When the artificial intelligence will surpass human intelligence, and that will happen in 20 years, as you said, right? I mean, based on the book.
Yeah.
Okay. But also in the first book, they were talking about not only human using AI or AI standing alone without human needs, but they were talking about human merging with AI. Is there still in the second book talking about this thing, or it's not valid anymore?
Yeah, it's basically how the AI will not cover, but will be more autonomous in the coming years. So just one example. In the first book is about how we merge with AI. So merge is we work together. I understand that. When we merge, that means both parts is currently working the same.
They were talking more like the picture that you show.
Yeah, the first
Have
one.
Human.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a
From
merge.
Neuralink,
When we
yeah.
think about how merge technology, AI with a human, we think about like a humanoid, a robot, something like that, but it isn't. We are talking about using AI about like in our day-to-day, which we are already doing that. We are currently using AI for about everything almost. In the second book is more about how AI transpass the human in terms of technology, intelligence, and can build something better without the human touch. So
it's
for example,
more realistic, probably.
more realistic, yeah. For example,
Science
not
fiction
about a
first.
robot having a human as his livers. No, not like that. But for example, what is the best technology to reduce, I don't know, carbon in the atmosphere? So it's something about that, but bring this idea to the, I say, main floor of the manufacturer companies, for example. In a car, motorcycle, finished goods in general. How can you use that, and how can AI and technology build and automate our process without a human touch? So we take the technology based on the data that we were working, because now we need to have the inputs and data. In the future, AI will build something and then say, hey, this I've built this before. Now I think the next step will be this one will be better for the human being. Something like that.
Because in the first book he was talking, he wasn't sure which one will occur faster, AI
Transpass,
or nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology.
So I guess now the book comes after AI actually.
After AI, yeah.
Nanotechnology
Nanotechnology, we
is
still
next.
have. In agriculture, nanotechnology is very advanced. They are very like ahead of AI. There is so many solutions, nanotechnology for agriculture in fruits, beans, whatever, that we don't even know. And they are currently using. But it's not like famous as AI.
Right, it's not actually into humans that will kill all the viruses and make us live forever. Thank you.
Okay,
No more
yeah,
questions.
sure.
What do you think AI singularity really means for business decision making? And does it make humans less or more central in that process?
More central?
Yeah,
in
like
the US?
Critical. Does it make it more like essential for humans to be part of that process of AI singularity? Like, does it make humans obsolete or more essential in that process of decision making in business in terms of AI singularity? Like, what do you think AI singularity really means for business decision making? And does it make humans obsolete in that process?
Oh my God, good question. It's a great question. because this is like a personal and professional answer. If I say my personal, I would say AI doing the whole thing alone, and then I will have more time to build out different things. But at the same time, when we take a look in the business, we still need to have a human touch. Because this, I think, the regulation for business, using AI in the business, would be a good deal, because beside that, we could not improve, advance a human intelligence as we made this last couple of years, like 100 years. Have you ever, do you guys watch the movie, I think, I don't know in English, Idiocracy? You guys know this movie? This is an old movie, like 20-something years ago. And I don't know, I'm not gonna talk about like politicians, the whole thing. I think the main goal of this movie was how can, for example, technology, and the people forget about that we need to still and keep work together with the technology. Not leave the technology work to us, for us alone. And this will make us like a dumb people, I think. So it's a balance. Did I answer your question? Okay.
Thank you, Cesar, for your talk first. And then maybe this can add on to his question. As you talked about boundaries within AI in your own businesses, how are you, as you're integrating AI, what kind of boundaries are you setting in place for security and protections of your own business and your customers?
Using AI?
Perhaps. Let me say it this way: as a human touch, what are you implementing to put boundaries in place as you're deploying AI within the business operations?
Let's say if I didn't understand right, but the balance would be like a perfect fit and situation. And in my business, for example, I don't accept use just AI. The final decision is always like me or the CTO or CRO or CEO. The final decision is always a human touch. Just give you just one example. I think we can use, it's working. No.
Sorry?
It's working.
It's working?
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry.
Just like to go back a few slides with like any
Try again?
image. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah, fine. So
Hello,
let's say this image. It's a very simple example. This is like, do you guys know how exactly the AI build this? You type a text or a message, and then the AI will transform like as a prompt, and the prompt of you send this to AI, and AI will create this image. That's how exactly this AI works. For us, as a user, we just type a text, and then give it the image. That's it. But in this one especially, in the first one, when I typed my text, just one example that what exactly how is the flow that I like to use in my business. When I typed the first time, it gave me like a totally different image in this specific case. And then I start to talk. Could like work and make moves in different ways, take it off the words. So I start to work with AI as a singularity, let's say. And then gave me this image that I would like to use in this presentation, for example. In the business, I like to use the same flow. So they can use AI for everything that they want. One example, V0 is a software online. Everyone can go there, type, I want to build a software about this, 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 and this. And I don't know how many I don't know, pages or what kind of information you want to show in the dashboard. You can just type, and this platform will provide to you a dashboard. Literally, UX software. You can take this and send to a software engineer, and he will start to develop from this input that you gave to him. So you can work with AI. AI will provide to you what do you think would be better based on your information, your input, but the final decision is a human touch. This is the flow that I like to use in my business that make more sense, because if you just leave, for example, build a resume, just give the AI, hey, my name, date of birth, I don't know, all the information that you need, and send to them, I apply for this position, can you give me a resume to be approved? And then the AI will provide to you a resume. If you don't take a look and just send out to the company, you'll be denied. Because there's a few things, and the other side, the opposite side, they already have AI to validate the resume that were built by AI. There is a specific, I didn't know that in 2 months ago, I was talking about this especially with an HR company, and they told me, hey Cesar, we have Meta in Austin 2 weeks ago. And they told me, hey Cesar, we are going to use, we have advanced in AI just to see, there are specific words that just AI use. There are specific points, how to put the words that just AI use. So because this is a human touch is the best decision in the end of the flow to approve or make decision. Okay? More questions? No? One more questions, and I think we're done because we are running out. No, 2 minutes. Okay.
So I feel AI, the future with AI is like one variable that we're trying to predict, but another one that could be hard. Another factor is quantum computing, and I guess it's even harder to predict how much AI will benefit from quantum computing. I think we're still far away from quantum computing because it requires really, really cold temperatures.
Yeah, it's not just about cold temperatures, but I think the engineer behind the scenes, let's say for quantum, it's a very hard to understand. And I'm not gonna talk because I don't know about quantum technology. This is another different world. It's other thing is the future, I believe. But I also believe that not just AI, but technology in general, when you talk about, for example, metals, there is a lot of technology out there that we can bring benefits to this quantum and make this happen. I just give one example to you guys. If you take a picture 100 years ago, let's say, and say to the people, hey, in 100 years you have a watch that you can use as a phone, and you can talk with people in Japan. 100 years ago. Probably they are gonna believe to like you this could be possible. Today we cannot live without a phone. So I think in the future we can have this advanced, but I don't know how. This is a very specific technology and environment that I really don't know, but I totally believe that humanity and in general AI technology move forward. I just know specifically about the cold temperatures for data center, the whole thing. I just know there are specific metals that we can use to reduce also.
So IonQ, the company, I know they don't. They have the technology that doesn't require cold temperatures. They use it at room temperatures. Ion and Q.
Ion,
But,
Q.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So we already have a few things. And one thing that I would like to say is technology in general, we take the first step. As you take the first step, for example, the car, bring the car again as an example. We take the first step, we build a car 100 years ago. 4 wheels, steering wheel, and then gas, and then a hybrid, now EV, autonomous, solar panel, I don't know. But I think the main goal to advance and move forward with technology and bring more benefits to us and build something better is take the first step. And if this company, for example, is take the first step and we don't need to work with cold temperatures for the data centers or quantum technology, they are taking the first step, and the other company would take the second step and move forward and build something better. I think this is the what makes us human beings. We don't just take one thing and stay with that until we die. We like to see it as improving as our life. Born, raise, move forward, have child, family, whatever. Same thing that we like to see in our lives. And the technology is the same thing. It's basically a reflect that we, as a human being, is the technology. Take the first step and then we move forward and then improve, and then we have another new technology in the future. More questions? My favorite team in Formula 1 is Ferrari. No, actually it's Mercedes. Who knows Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen. Okay, no more questions? We're done here. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you for the questions. And